The Soca Scene, Special Edition, Conversations with Rico Vibes, Special Edition, The Soca Scene, Conversations with Rico Vibes, The Soca Scene, Special Edition, Conversations with Rico Vibes, Special Edition, The Soca Scene, Conversations with Rico Vibes. This is Rico Vibes. Welcome to another edition of Conversations with Rico Vibes for the Soca Scene TV. My special guest today is DJ Choice One, and I must say he's from my country, St. Kitts Nevis. So I got a special welcome. Welcome to the Soca Scene.
Thank you, sir. Good night, people. Good night, everyone. Hope everyone is live and lively.
What's going on? You've been in Atlanta for a while, man. So you've seen things happen here and there. People come and go. I mean, you can give us a whole history lesson here.
Yeah. Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta for, let me turn off my thing. I've been in Atlanta for quite some years now, and I've seen regimes come and regimes go, but through it all, Choice One has maintained.
So you are a DJ first and foremost.
First and foremost, I do DJ. I am a DJ. I've gotten questions from people about loyalty to the two different carnivals. We all know there's two carnivals going on this year in Atlanta.
2014,
two carnivals in Atlanta, which, to be honest, is not the first time. Because before the original carnival, not original, but we went from Peach Carnival to Akbar, and now we have ACBC. But people probably don't remember GCCDC,
I don't remember. What was that?
The Georgia Caribbean Carnival Development Council, something like that.
Okay.
They broke off from the original Peach Carnival and started their own carnival because they didn't like how things were progressing. So they started a carnival, and they had their carnival in Wade Walker Park.
I remember the Wade Walker Park.
Yeah, they had their carnival in Wade Walker Park. So two carnivals is nothing new to Atlanta. What is new to Atlanta is the fact that there is two carnivals in the same downtown area, which I don't know exactly how that is going to transpire, simply because normally a city won't give two groups that represent the same thing a permit for the same day. So I don't know. I don't want anybody to get it misconstrued. I don't know who has what permit. I don't go to either people's meetings. I don't go to anybody's meetings, really. So I don't know what the inside workings are. I know just as much as everybody else does when they read things on Facebook.
Now, there's been, there's a lot of folks saying that you are Patricia Henry's boy.
Yeah.
No pun on the word boy.
yeah, I understand.
And you're playing both sides. You want to address that?
Yes. See, here's the thing. I've worked a lot with Patricia Henry over the years. She has been very good to me, and I have nothing bad to say about her or anyone else. The thing is that Patricia Henry was in charge of Carnival with her group for years, so I worked with them closely for years. And last year, when all this nonsense transpired about the route and people not getting into the park properly, people not having armbands, everything, the new group decided to break away and form their own thing. They're telling me now that apparently I am some sort of double agent going back and forth. I don't deal with either group. I stay home, I watch TV, I hear what I hear in the news. I spoke to Patricia before Christmas to let her know that as a DJ, I want to expand my repertoire. And I've spoken not only to Patricia, but to several other people, because in and out of the city of Atlanta, because I do a lot of DJing and flying around. And I spoke to Patricia simply to say that I want to expand my repertoire and becoming a host. I want to gain more experience as a host of events, because you can only take the DJ thing so far. You have to expand yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do. I wanted to gain more experience as a host, and since I have as everybody says, everything you do, you must have your connections. And since I have a connection with that, that's what I spoke to her about. It wasn't speaking to her to say, yo, I'm coming over to support you 100% on Akbar or whatever. It's nothing like that. I simply just wanted to be a host to get more experience in the hosting field. I myself, yes, I am a DJ, first and foremost. So I will play for whoever hires me. I'm not going to tell anyone, no, I can't play for your event because your event is with this group. That's ridiculous. I'm here, first and foremost, DJing is what I do. It's like how I feed myself and clothe myself, and I don't want to walk around naked. So, you know, I mean, I could, but I'm that sexy, but, you know, but, you know, it's how I feed myself, so I can't turn down work, right. You know, whether it comes from this side or that side. I don't see sides, I see green. You know, if you have green, I'm playing for you. I don't understand how people hear certain things and misconstrue it, or they hear what they want to hear instead of hearing what the truth is. I myself, like I said, I'm a DJ first and foremost. I will play for you if you're hiring. You know what I'm saying? If you want the best when it comes to soca music, if you want the best, you hire me. Plain and simple.
So, what do you think about the fact that there are two carnivals? Do you think it's good or bad for the city or bad for the whole industry of carnival?
In the city of Atlanta, having the two carnivals is a horrible, horrible thing. Because as Caribbean people, we need economic power to get the things that we want done. We want our culture to be highlighted. We want our kids who are born here to experience what it was like growing up back home, and bringing those things from home here so that people who are here will know what's going on back in the Caribbean. And it's like we would bring economics back to the Caribbean because we're exposing the people here to what we have back home, so they'll go home for these things. Right. You see what I'm saying? So our economic power as Caribbean people is through Carnival, because we bring in money for the hotels, we bring in money to the city for the police department, sanitation, EMTs, all of this stuff I have to pay for. The hotels get filled up. It's all economic power. Right. We need economic power. We cannot gain that economic power unless we are a cohesive unit. We cannot fight amongst each other. If you don't like the way somebody's doing something, don't just go form your own group. You come and you approach that person in a civil manner and you say, listen, this is something that I feel needs to be done, or we can do better. How can I help? And that's one of the big problems that I see. That's why I guess people feel like I'm trying to be a double agent or whatever, is simply because I don't sit there and I say, Carnival is messed up, these people is about nonsense, these people just want to fight. No, I see what I can do to help. You know, so I tell both groups, anybody needs my help, feel free to call on me. I will help you. I don't have a problem, because for me, it's not about the Akbar group bringing Carnival, and it's not about the ACBC group bringing Carnival. It's about the fact that we have a carnival to highlight our Caribbean culture. 2 dogs and a donkey cat could bring it. I don't care. As long as we have a carnival to highlight us as Caribbean people, because sometimes people put a negative connotation on some of the things that we do. We need to get people away from that and show people the positive vibes that we bring.
You know what? You know, in speaking with Ms. Patricia Henry, you know, I was trying to really get at her what can be done. And she said something to the effect that if certain peoples are no longer in charge on the other side, in the other group, she'd be willing to talk. And those folks on the other side are saying the same thing about Akbar. So my question to you is, if you have just people who's butting heads, what can be done at that point? Because both people are saying, well, I don't want to talk to you if this person's in charge.
Yes. At that point, somebody has to humble themselves, because we're never going to get anywhere as a people if we just keep fighting each other. History is actually repeating itself, because when we were slaves as black people, that's how the master kept us down. The master fought the house slaves against the field slaves. You see, and they make each other fight. They make them fight. That's how you destroy your people. You make them fight from within. And that's what we're doing to our own selves. We're fighting from within, destroying ourselves. Somebody has to stop and say, this is madness, this is ludicrous. Let's try to come to some kind of understanding. Don't get me wrong, it's never going to be a time where we all hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but we could all come to an understanding, an agreement, and sometimes that agreement is just, let's agree to disagree. You know what I mean? Right. But somebody has to come to the point to say, listen, we need to sit down, talk about this, and come to some sort of agreement. It cannot be, oh, if that person leaves, then I'll talk to you. You know, that's not a solution.
Somebody called me after they watched the interview, and they said, do we need to get the courts involved? Does the courts have to get involved to make it one carnival?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That, I'm not sure of courts, but I mean, some sort of arbitration might be, you know,
do you
called
think
for.
they'll sit down for an arbitration? Given the state of mind?
Given their state of mind, it's very doubtful, but something or someone has to be a catalyst to get that whole thing to happen, because it cannot go on like this. And just to even point out things even more, I've looked on the websites to see the routes. And there's two carnivals going down the same street. They both
on the same day.
On the same day.
Is that possible?
Exactly. You know what I mean? I don't know how this is supposed to happen. The two different carnivals is going down part of Peachtree, not the whole way, but a good part of Peachtree, together at the same time. The routes coincide for a bit, you know? So I don't know how that's supposed to happen. You know, they're going to be like, okay, you go, then we'll go, then you go. I have no idea how that's supposed to happen. But the way it's going right now, I'm sorry to say who get, as we say in St. Kitts, hui hotty hot, okay? But they're all behaving like a bunch of spoiled kids, okay? Carnival is not about any one individual. It's about the people moving forward together, showing our economic power to the city of Atlanta. People don't want to come to Atlanta because they know all of this foolishness is going on. You know what I'm saying? So we're hurting nothing but ourselves. You know, we can't get, if we have proper economic power representing us, we get people in the right political positions to help us as Caribbean people. Who knows what tax incentives we could get as Caribbean people when we have proper economic power, because we're bringing $10 million for the weekend into the city of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So we need to stop all the infighting. It's not about who has the best lineup for Carnival. It's not about who has the most troops on the road. It's about us as a people displaying our economic power and displaying our culture to the outside world. Because we are also, people are very small-minded. They don't realize we're also affecting tourism back home in our individual countries. Because what we display here, people want to see more of it. And they go down there. If you look at Trinidad Carnival, how many Caucasian folks did you see jumping up in there? They came from here. They know what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? So we need to stop all the infighting and just come to some sort of understanding about what we're doing and how we can get it accomplished. That's all.
Wow. Once again, this is Rico Vibes for the Soca Scene TV. What else do you have to say to folks? I mean, you know, again, you're a world of knowledge. You know.
Well, let me explain something to everyone. This, like I said before, this two carnival thing is not new. Everybody wants to pretend this is a new thing. When Paula Cooper was in charge, then they started, from Paula Cooper we went to Miss Annette Lemon, she took over. Everybody that has been in charge of Carnival in Atlanta for the past 26 years, there's always been somebody saying that person is stealing. that person is taking money. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure money is being filtered off in some kind of way. Okay? That's in every business. There's always somebody embezzling something. That's every business. Okay? So you can't just say, oh, we're supposed to have the perfect crime-free business. But there's always somebody accusing the person in charge of embezzling the money. Whether it was Paula Cooper, Annette West, Matthew Nelson was in charge, Patricia Henry is in charge. And I guarantee you this, mark my words, if ACBC becomes the leading carnival in town, somebody's going to say the leader of that is stealing money. It's going to happen. It always happens. Okay? The thing is, what we need to do is understand how much a carnival costs to put on. You know, Carnival costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to put on. And to my knowledge, over the years in Atlanta, we've only accomplished that by the funds made from the gate. You know what I mean? We don't have corporate sponsorships here in Atlanta. I don't know why, but we don't. We don't have American Airlines sponsoring, who flies to the Caribbean. We don't have major cruise lines that could possibly sponsor. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Western Union out there a few times, but all I've seen from Western Union is bandanas and whistles. You know, so to me, that's not much of a sponsorship. But they're always claiming the person is stealing money, which I'm sure somebody steals money somewhere along the line. But to have it done every single time, I think there's something people are not understanding. You know what I'm saying? People don't get what it takes to put on a carnival. The amount of money, the amount of planning. And in my opinion, band leaders, as in the ones who run the troops, should not be the ones running Carnival. Because what's going to happen down the line, the closer you get to Carnival, the duties that it takes to fulfill the Carnival gets overlooked because the band leaders are paying more attention to their bands. Band leaders are very dedicated to their bands, how their bands run, their costumes, making sure the truck is together, making sure the decorations is together. There's a lot to put on a troupe. There's a lot invested in a troupe. So the closer you get to Carnival and the parade day, they're going to pay more attention to the details of their band and leaving some of the details of the troupe, of the Carnival itself, to fall apart. There should be a committee separate to do Carnival. That's just my opinion. You see what I'm saying? I commend them for trying to do both, but it's not a feasible thing the closer you get to Carnival. In the beginning, yes, they might work out, but the closer you get to Carnival, things fall by the wayside. Now, mind you, they should work hand in hand. Don't get me wrong, both groups should work hand in hand, but it should not be the one group running both the troops and the Carnival. A lot of things will get left by the wayside.
Getting back to the fact that you are a DJ first and foremost, how does a potential promoter get in contact with you? Give us your Facebook information, your Twitter.
Well, anybody that wants to get in touch with me, smallislandking@gmail is my email. You can get in touch with me on Facebook at Choice1MD. At Instagram is at DJ Choice1MD, all one word, no spaces, no nothing, all one word. Twitter at DJ Choice1MD. Or just call me 678-886-7930. My number is like all over the place, which has always gotten me in trouble. Who's that calling you? You know, so yes, get in touch with me at any time. I am first and foremost a DJ, not just a soca DJ. Yes, I do love soca. That's my favorite music, but I play everything. You know, it doesn't matter. I'll play country all night if you want. I get some Hank Williams up there for you. I don't care, but yes. And you will never be disappointed when Choice One is on your set. I'm telling you now.
On behalf of the Soca Scene TV, we want to thank you for coming in. I mean, you do have some valid points, and hopefully we can get everybody to the table. Sit down.
Yes, I mean, if being that I am quite comfortable and familiar with both sides, If I can serve as the arbitrator, I would be happy to do so. Anything I can see to get us past this level. Right now, it's really disappointing to see what's going on right now. We need to be more unified, a more cohesive unit in Atlanta, for real. And one thing I can say is I've noticed people always saying, but Miami this, but New York this. No, we are not Miami, we are not New York, we are Atlanta. Okay, we have our own way of doing things here. Everything is different here, everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? You could whisper in the street in New York, there's a party over here on Tuesday. The place is rammed. But you can yell it loud and clear here in Atlanta and don't nobody, realize what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people here in Atlanta that don't even know we have an Atlanta Carnival.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So Atlanta is a very different market, so we need to stop comparing ourselves to other cities. Personally, I feel that we should set our own standard. We are the first carnival on North America. So first, as far as calendar-wise, date-wise, we're the first one to have a carnival in North America. So since we're the first, we need to set the standards so everybody can say, yo, Atlanta was bananas. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what we should do. But once again, reach me anywhere, anytime. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm there. I'm there. Thank you for having me, the Soca Scene.
Absolutely. Once again, it's yours truly, Rico Vibes for the Soca Scene TV. Log on, youtube.com/the Soca Scene.